Today was one of those days where it truly just shows how much my life revolves around horses. The first thing we were doing in the morning was taking our sweet, not so little broodmare Evie to the vet to do her 30-day pregnancy scan, which is so exciting. We have had the biggest mess around with getting her pregnant, and finally she is pregnant to the correct stallion this time. Long story. But anyway, after that I headed home and quickly unloaded her and loaded up my two show jumping boys, Clifford and Dexter, and I headed a whole 2 hours to Mulala with mum to do a couple of lessons with them. I've been going out there recently just so they see something a little bit different, particularly for Cliffy because he is still really inexperienced jumping, and he had a break from May last year until January this year because I was focusing on dressage because he just is so big, he's 18 that I was finding it really difficult to kind of get him going over a fence properly, and he still tries to get in really deep to everything, which is weird because that's harder for him, but I was assured that that's not necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, after that I quickly got Dexter ready and I had a lesson with him. He was extremely spicy, as you can probably see, and so I'm really glad that I went out and did this with him because he really needed a couple of courses just to get settled. And you can see this last line here, he was just running on, and then when I was like whoa, he just would stick his head in the air and almost knock me out. But at the end I was told just keep my hands lower, and you can see I ride through it a lot easier. And after that, obviously walked them back to the float, got them all untacked. Dex was refusing to drink a lot, so I literally was syringing water into his mouth for about 10 minutes. And I got back home finally after 7 hours. That is how long it is when you travel 2 hours out to your lesson and then have to be there for about 3 hours and then 2 hours back. Anyway, got home and pretty much immediately had to feed them. For those interested, this is what I'm currently feeding them at the moment while it is still super hot and dry and they have just worked quite hard. I give them all Foresight, calcium, magnesium, and yeah, it seems to work really well. They're all in really good condition. Only issue is Flume is, I would say, way too fat at the moment. Then I fed all of them. I currently use that feeding tray thing for Cliffy because he scoffs his feed. I really need to clean the paddocks tomorrow. That is on the list. Oh my god, it's endless. And yeah, Flume is currently in a Jenny Craig paddock because he won't stop eating, and so he is way too fat. But yeah, that was my day. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.